King Kong versus Godzilla. You know this is going to be a good fight. So we're talking about XRP versus Ethereum. Now, I guess you're wondering which one represents Godzilla, which one represents King Kong. Well, we won't go into that. We know some of you are so loyal to Godzilla. There's no way, you could label one or the other. Anyway, we're going to talk about how a Harvard engineer explains why XRP will surpass Ethereum. Man, I know that's going to ruffle some of you guys' feathers, but let's go ahead and check it out. This is going to be a hot one for some people, isn't it, Max?
Absolutely. And before we jump into the material, this helps benefit my channel and also Will's, and that is the Decent wallet. As the saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. They do have a significant discount. Take self-custody of your crypto, especially if exchanges were to go down. You don't want to be the one not having access to your own digital assets. The Decent wallet, and then we'll come right back. If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. So just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure. All right, welcome back. We're going to get into why all of this matters and what do we have for you guys today. Well, it, believe it or not, comes from the Crypto Basic. A lot of you guys follow Crypto Basic, and I can't blame you. As you see on the screen, as we full screen it here, XRP versus Ethereum. Ethereum engineer explains why XRP will surpass, of course, Ethereum. Now, again, keep in mind that this is literally today. Okay, so as I got further into it, I said to myself, well, is there anything of substance here? Well, the answer is yes. The Harvard computer science engineer is referred to as Austin King. Is he the King Kong that Mr. Will Fix is referring to? Well, inquiring minds want to know, right? But he is the co-founder of the Omni Foundation. Believe it or not, I've invested in Omni years ago, especially with their VR. But whatever the case, I want to share that he made bold predictions regarding the future of Ethereum and XRP. There was a recent interview, but he states, honestly, Ethereum is not in a good place. Yeah, no, Sherlock, but he points out that as long as longtime developers are within the experience in both Ethereum and XRP ecosystems, he does not believe Ethereum can sustain its market dominance moving forward. If anything, understand this, guys, I'll come back in a frame real quick. This is why there's supply and demand forces for the ones that are part of EVM sidechains. There's Axelar, there's Polygon. Well, Polygon's, a different layer, but there's all sorts of different bridges, if you will, to create a little bit more demand for things like XRP, or not XRP, Ethereum, right? There's obviously Immutable X. I think that's also a slept on one, but we're not going to get into that. But people have stated, how about just keeping it within the layer one? I couldn't agree more. And of course, this is where I feel as though more demand for your Ripple XRPs, your Stellars, other layer ones. As we get further into this, I want to point out some other key things. And that basically is this. There's other factors, but Ethereum struggles with inflation and centralization. This guy who's referred to as King pointed out that Ethereum had a fantastic opportunity as the first large-scale deflationary network. Not only was it like supply finite like Bitcoin, but there's was actually less Ethereum every month. That was super cool, as he states, because it literally was deflationary. That's not the case anymore, right? Because they went from proof of work to proof of stake. And again, back to my whole thing of talking about layer twos, right? So look what he states here. And the only thing I don't like about Crypto Basic is all the videos playing in the background, but he says, now my background is in computer science. I studied at Harvard, did a lot of engineering in my first company, and my engineering brain does not see a path for Ethereum to become deflationary again. This, again, a Harvard scientist stating this. So that's crazy, right? Well, not so much, because as we know, XRP emerges as a serious contender. Right, absolutely. King pointed out, based on current market trends, XRP and Solana are serious contenders for surpassing Ethereum in market capitalization. The way I look at it is, I'd rather go with something like XRP. I know some of you guys are fans of Solana, but I know that a lot of people point out that the network goes down, and I know they're trying to address that and they're trying to patch up those holes, but I do like the statement. XRP in particular has maintained its position as a robust deflationary asset with a clear use case in tokenization assets and cross-border payments. While XRP's total supply of 100 billion tokens cannot increase, it bears mentioning that Ripple typically releases a net sum of 200 million XRP from the supply into circulation each month. All right, so he adds a little bit more in that regard here. And on this bottom part, it says, for example, excuse me, if XRP should see another 145% price surge from a current position of 244, its price would be $6, and that would definitely overtake Ethereum. So I'm going to jump over to you, Will, and the way I look at it is you covered this before. In reality, you said it multiple times in your videos. I think I even done a collaboration with at least one of them. The real supply of XRP is slightly under 6 billion. So in light of your research, in light of this Harvard scientist, again, some of your thoughts about that, and then we're going to kick it over to a big bombshell discovery that a lot of you guys who are new don't know about when it comes to Harvard, XRP, and Visa. Stick around for that. Your thoughts, Mr. Will Fix.
Yeah, XRP supply, you know, people can argue, yeah, the whole supply is available. Okay, sure. Minus the burn tokens. Sure, you can say that. They were available, but then you start parting them out where they're going, and you have the top 10 wallets that have only grown that hold a huge percentage. And you start moving forward with that idea that, yeah, they've already been spoken for. You end up with exactly what you said on the exchanges. I think there's 5 to 6 billion, it might be, that's on exchanges available. And after you go through all of the spoken for tokens in the escrow, because there's 40 months of lockup there, and other things, you end up with maybe, I believe it's 14 billion coins available. If they emptied out the available in the escrow and all of the ones on the exchanges sold all at once, that would be 14 billion. So you're right. Um, it's an illusion that there's 100 billion coins available, and people that use that whole figure are incorrect in doing so, because as I say all the time, talking about the available pool of XRP is the pool that will control the price of all XRP. So those available XRP, approximately 14, 15 billion, this is before ETFs. This is before the depository receipts, have taken place. This is before the AMM, which I think launches in a couple weeks, doesn't it? And there's more things coming. This is before the CBDCs that are going to seize a whole bunch of those same available. Man, the pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller, which means the price is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, Max. There's just no way around it.
Yeah, it's just when you get into the fundamentals of all this, Will, is we realize it's like there's one narrative, let's face it. A lot of people who don't do the research, they're like, oh man, XRP, too big of a supply. There's no way it's going to get to some of these prices. And it's like, yeah, 21 shares ETF, and there's Wisdom Tree, and then there's this and there's that, and then the news from SBI, and then what we're sharing today. And it's just like more and more reasons why it would get to some of these prices compared to why it would not. Let's give you guys the icing on the cake. Call it bombshell, call it whatever. If you guys saw it from somebody else who share this a few years ago, then more power to them. Not the only outlet, but check this out just in case you are new, and we do appreciate you guys. So I want to point this out. This is from Rohitko Arigato, right? So Rohitko, aka ISO 222, let's do it. He has this, and I think this is just so cool. I love seeing these visualizations, and he does it just as good as anybody else. I rate him up there with Smoke and so on. This guy is awesome. What does he have? Well, Harvard confirmed that the patent that Visa is making is definitely for digital fiat currency, and it's using XRP and even Stellar XLM. So, if anything, we'll include that in the thumbnail. But if you want to see this a little bit more, boy, oh boy, guess what we have? And as I always point out, boil that, mash that, stick it in a stew. Harvard Office of the Vice Provost for Advances in Learning shares blockchain and digital currency flow path. And as I zoom in a little bit more to make it nice for you guys, you see how it's all posted here, like $120, send note, serial number, and denomination, and how it's all administrated and how that works. And then $130 deploys, through this whole thing. It has the API architecture here, transaction processing network. But again, without getting too nerdy about it, shows the blockchain flow, shows the validator, shows the middleware, even on the front end. And again, some of you guys ask, like, well, does it show anything about transactions? Yeah, bottom left of that diagram, right? Simple blockchain-based cross-border digital currency transaction using XRP or XLM. And the patent, believe it or not, is from the United States Patent Application Publication, and it is US 2020 0151682, filed all the way back in May of 2020. So in conclusion, everybody, to wrap things up, Will, the way I look at it is this: Harvard and Visa, they select our XRP over 5 years ago. Your closing thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I just agree with what you said. There's not really a lot to say here. This is so pro XRP and even XLM. We all love XLM, even though they've been feuding. I'm still going to hold XLM. I'm not going to get mad and sell it. But yeah, it's just a big vote in the same corner. The amount of adoption we see taking place for XRP, man. Be glad you own a bag, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I own both. I know some people want more emphasis on XRP, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, the way I look at it is XLM is definitely going to shine, even from, let's face it, if X goes with, Elon Musk X goes with peer-to-peer, and he's like, yeah, you know what, that the other rocket guy, Jed McCaleb, we're going to go with that, then you're going to be glad that you have XLM. But that's not the only reason why I'm glad I hold XLM. But it is what it is. Hey, guys, we're wrapping up the video. Thank you so much for listening to these videos. I'm always glad to do these collaborations with my fellow brother in Christ, the one and only Will Fix. Look out for me, as well as other people that we're networked with, to bring you guys these solid videos and content with the research. All we kindly ask you to do is consider, if you're new, to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of you guys that are regulars, and we noticed in the analytics states that about 51% of you guys aren't subscribed, and it's about 49% are subscribed. So we just kindly ask you, why not subscribe? And if anything, if you are a regular, hit that bell notification for you can get the updates on a regular basis. Will and myself, we're very active with the content that we provide you guys. So again, if you listen to the entire outline, simply type this into the comments, and that is Jed McCaleb or King Kong.
King Kong.
Wow. Jed McCaleb versus King Kong. And we'll know that you listened to the entire outline. Thanks again, guys. We will see you on the next one.